Hedge fund manager shot to death in his luxury apartment. His son in court last night charged with his murder, allegedly trying to make it look like a suicide. ABC's Lindsay Davis is at the scene of the alleged crime. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Robin. It may have been staged to look like a suicide, but in this case, there was a damning 911 call where the victim's wife allegedly said, "My husband has been shot by my son."
Thomas Gilbert Jr., stone-faced and silent overnight, escorted to court, charged with murdering his hedge fund father, Thomas Gilbert Sr., after an alleged dispute over a decrease in the 30-year-old's allowance. 21 counts. In night court, Gilbert Jr. arraigned on charges including murder and criminal possession of a weapon. He has not entered a plea. Police say his 70-year-old investor father was killed by a single shot to the head Sunday afternoon inside this Manhattan apartment.
The advice is, it says the son shot the father on his head, male white, 6'3", wearing jeans, blue eyes, brown hair, left the location.
Mr. Gilbert Jr. then asked to speak to Mr. Gilbert Sr. by himself and asked the mother to leave. The mother did leave. About 15 minutes after that, she had a bad feeling and decided to return.
Police say Shelley Gilbert says when she returned, her husband was shot in the head in their bedroom and their son was gone.
She also found a gun resting on his chest with his left hand covering it.
Police say the crime scene was staged, intended to look like a suicide. They immediately tracked down Gilbert Jr. at his Manhattan apartment, where they say they found him hiding inside, also discovering a skimming device and 21 blank credit cards.
We have a shell casing envelope with the serial number of the gun that was recovered at the crime scene.
Detectives say the 70-year-old recently discussed no longer paying his son's rent and planned to reduce his weekly allowance from $400 to $300 a week. Gilbert Sr. was once named in the annual Who's Who in America list for 5 years in a row, recently starting his own multi-million-dollar hedge fund. His son, a Princeton graduate, was regarded as a socialite with previous run-ins with the law, including an arrest for violating an order of protection for which he pled not guilty, and another on drug charges.
Gilbert Jr. is also reportedly the prime suspect in an arson that destroyed a home in September. At last night's arraignment, he was ordered to be held without bail.